For over 50 years, one name stood undisputed at the top of the mountain: Sony. It wasn't just a brand, it was the gold standard of Japanese engineering. If you wanted the best TV money could buy, you bought a Bravia. But on January 20th, 2026, the tech world was rocked to its core. Sony officially announced it is handing the keys to its kingdom to its biggest Chinese rival, TCL Electronics. TCL now owns 51% of the brand you grew up with. Is this the death of Japanese hardware dominance, or a genius masterstroke that will change entertainment forever? Today, we're diving into the secret deal that just ended an era. Let's look at the fine print. This isn't just a partnership, it's a takeover of operations. TCL now holds the majority 51% stake in a new joint venture that will manage everything from the drawing board to the factory floor and even the customer service line you call when things go wrong. Starting April 2027, the Bravia you see in stores will be a product of TCL's decision-making power. Sony keeps 49%, acting as a high-end consultant, providing their famous XR processors and audio magic, but TCL is the one driving the bus. Why would Sony do this? To understand, you have to look at the money. While Sony's music and gaming segments are exploding, with music revenue up 21%, the TV business has become a low-margin battlefield. Sony only holds about 1.9% of the global TV market share now. They've realized that in 2026, the real profit isn't in the glass, it's in the content. Sony is repositioning itself as a creative entertainment company. They want to focus on PlayStation, films, and anime, turning Bravia TVs into platform enablers rather than just hardware they have to build themselves. For TCL, this is the ultimate trophy. They've spent years being known as the value choice. Now they get to absorb Sony's legendary engineering legacy. Unlike Sony, TCL is a manufacturing beast. They control their own supply chain, making their own panels through CSOT. By taking over Sony's TV business, TCL isn't just selling TVs, they are aiming for global leadership, even taking over Samsung's historic spot at CES. But there's a catch. Home cinema purists are worried. Sony's best TVs have always been OLED, but TCL, they're the world's biggest advocates for mini LED. Will the future Bravias ditch OLED to save costs and use TCL's own factories? There's a real fear that the Sony tax, that premium price you pay for quality, won't be justified if it's just a TCL in a Sony suit. We've seen this before. Sharp was saved by Foxconn, and Toshiba's TV brand actually revived under Hisense. Sony is trying a middle path, retaining enough influence to protect the brand while letting TCL handle the industrial speed of manufacturing. Look at markets like Vietnam. Sony TVs there are 15% more expensive because they have to import them. With this deal, they can use TCL's massive local factories to slash prices and finally take the fight to Samsung and LG. This is a calculated gamble. Sony is stepping back from hardware to step forward in entertainment. If they succeed, you'll get a Bravia that has the best picture in the world at a TCL price point. But if they fail, it's a warning to every legacy brand that once you lose control of your factories, you might lose your soul. The countdown to April 2027 has begun. What do you think? Would you buy a Sony TV built by TCL? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the future of tech.